Hello YouTube, my fellow trekkers and preppers. Welcome back guys to episode number 4 of Survival Saturday. Today we're going to be talking about first aid. I'm not necessarily going to be going over instructional first aid tips or strategies. I'm going to be more so going over what I carry in the woods and encouraging you guys to get out there and take classes in first aid, wilderness first aid, use of tourniquets, CPR, and so on. So guys, let's talk about the first little part of my first aid. We have a boo-boo kit. We have a multitude of large bandages, small blister bandages, regular small bandages, and now that I look at my kit, I see that I need to actually replenish my normal size band-aids. Next part of a good survival kit, guys, is going to be a sanitation product. This is a hand sanitizer, great to put on before you're actually going to touch a cut and get yourself an infection. Another great thing to carry is triple antibiotic ointment. Works very well for preventing different infections. And then I have this. This is a lighter wrapped in duct tape. This is a little trick that I learned. I forget who I first saw this, but take a roll of duct tape and roll it onto your lighter. It saves a lot of space, saves a very slight amount of weight, but you'll be able to use this in different scenarios, whether it be closing a wound or helping adhere gauze to a wound. Let's go over the next pouch. So I have a simple handkerchief. This can be used for a sling. It could also be used to filter water. It could be used as a compress to put pressure on a wound. Moving into our main compartment, let's see what we got. Okay guys, in the main compartment we have 2 cat tourniquets. These things can save your life if you know how to use them. Otherwise, it's going to cause you to lose a limb. Okay? Take a class on these guys, but great to carry. I only carry 2. I can use my belt for a tourniquet. You never know how many limbs you're going to need to tourniquet. 2? Sure, great, that's fine, you live. But let's say it's 3 limbs and you're bleeding out, you're probably done for. Take a class on these guys. Please learn how to use them. They can save your life or someone else's life. Let's see. Next up we have pre-packaged gauze. I have a ton of these. I actually used some of them. I forget where I was, but somebody, they had a catheter. They were diabetic and had a whole other slew of things, and they started bleeding. So I bandaged them up, and they were very happy. Okay guys, let's talk about disease. There's always the possibility of coming in contact with blood, and in blood, disease loves to live. You have a lot of different diseases, HIV, hepatitis, the list goes on, I'm sure. Gloves, guys. I actually have to put a couple more pairs in here. Normally I carry 5 pairs of gloves at least, because if you're going to be working on somebody in the field, more than likely, after 10 or so minutes, you're going to want to change gloves, or your gloves might rip, whatever the situation may be. Carry a lot of gloves, a lot of extra gloves. Yeah, the dogs are barking in the background. Medical tape, guys. This is great. If you run out of this, you have your backup duct tape, but this is great stuff. It's waterproof. It can help you, like I said before, you could hold the gauze on, put your gauze down, pack a wound with it, wrap it up, good to go. And, okay, now this is an Israeli pressure bandage. This is another good thing, guys. If you want to avoid using a tourniquet but need to put an ample amount of pressure onto a wound, an Israeli bandage is the way to go. How it works is there's a little mechanism in here. You're going to put it over on the wound at first, come back, latch it on, and create pressure and really ratchet it back down on top of the wound and finish off your wrap. these things are great. And the last thing, nope, not the last thing, second to last thing that I carry in my bag is this. This is a hemostatic agent, guys. This is not a Band-Aid. This is literally like a gel or crystal form that you would dump into a wound if somebody is hemorrhaging or bleeding out. This is a great thing to have. You can never have enough gauze, and you could also never have enough of this stuff. You never know when you're going to need it. This actually causes all your blood and your coagulating agents to just bunch up and form a scab very quickly. This product claims that it can stop a femoral bleed, which is you bleed out in like 2 or 3 minutes if your femoral artery is cut open. It's the artery that runs along the inside of your leg. Well, hopefully I never have to see if this is true to what it advertises. Okay, what else do I have in here? Okay, my front pocket. And then, of course, guys, the two most valuable things is aspirin, ibuprofen, and then an allergy medicine. So, these things can be very useful. You got to know when to administer them. Some will actually cause more bleeding, which could be bad, but if somebody breaks an arm, let's say, this will help reduce pain until you can get them to a hospital. And this, if someone has an allergic reaction, guys, it could be literally minutes until an airway closes up. Well, that is what's in my first aid kit. This is the bag that I take. I take it on every hike. For those who have watched my videos before, I'm sure you've seen this on my hip, a video or two. Never know. I always have this thing in my car. Never know when you're going to need it. It's always good to be prepared. Guys, I did not build this kit overnight. These things do cost money, some more than others. Start slow. I will put a link to all of these products in the video description. But guys, I really, really, really recommend you going out and taking a wilderness first aid course, taking a first aid course, taking a tourniquet course, taking a CPR course. These things can be found at local hospitals. You can go on to the Red Cross, find online courses, but nothing prepares you like practice and real situational scenarios. So learn, guys. Knowledge is your best friend in these situations where you're going to need to use your first aid skills. Some cases can be minor as a scrape on the knee. Other cases could be a tree fell and somebody got impaled. So please take the time and energy to research and practice first aid. Take courses that are proctored by professionals. I really encourage everyone to have a first aid kit in their car with them and have the knowledge and skills taught by professionals to administer the first aid. Well, guys, that is all I have for you today. Remember, get out there, trek, thrive, and survive. I'll catch you on the trail.